I'd noticed that recently audiences were getting more and more of a kick out of the little stories I'd tell during the show about incidents that happened in my private life. It was then that I decided to accept an offer to write a book about all of the wonderful things I'd never before told about my life off stage. Unlike Shirley MacLaine, who needed to find a private place to write in, I already had private places, including a hideaway in Las Vegas. The thing I needed most was the time to do it. Monetary success brings tremendous obligations to others, to people who help to guide my career, to the many individuals and their families who depend on me for a livelihood. Somewhere along the line, I decided I had an obligation to myself to start enjoying the things I've worked so hard to acquire during the many exciting and exhausting show business years. And of course, there was this book to be written, the one you're reading at this very minute. I announced to all of the people involved in my career that I was doing the book, but didn't want it to be something for which I grabbed a few moments here and there. I wanted to take 6 months off for the book. It shocked the hell out of everybody. Aside from anything else, nobody had ever heard of Liberace taking 6 weeks off, let alone 6 months. Sometimes I even have trouble remembering 6 consecutive days in which there have been no business conferences, no costume fittings, no interviews, no rehearsals, no performances. The business people wanted to know how I expected to pay my salaries, make my mortgage payments, meet all the financial obligations incurred by my many homes and business interests. I asked how much money I'd made during the previous year. If I ran short, there were institutions that would advance the money based on my collateral and my reputation as an entertainer. If I had to borrow, I would borrow. I was not going to worry about those things. I couldn't plan my future according to figures in a ledger. It was pointed out to me that even if this book became the biggest bestseller in the world, it could never earn the money that I was giving up by not working for 6 months. All I had to do was to agree to the offers that were already on my desk to earn over $2 million. Some of the press picked up on the story. That only added fuel to the rumours. Something had to be wrong with Liberace for him to turn down that much money. It's funny how things happen sometimes. I was doing this book because it would enhance my sense of self, do something for me as a person and not merely for my career. You can't always do that with mere dollars and cents. But money does have a momentum of its own. To my astonishment, I found I could sit down and, smell the roses and write my book, and still make money, which is like having the best of all possible worlds. During my 6-month holiday, somebody approached me about getting into licensing. I didn't know what he was talking about. He explained that it was product endorsement, the sort of thing Gloria Vanderbilt and Bill Blass and people like that make a fortune doing. He thought I was a natural for things like clothes and jewellery lines, to say nothing of fragrances. As it happened, a Frenchman had already created formulas for a men's cologne and ladies' perfume, especially for me. This Liberace scent was blended of secret elements signifying the glitz and glamour, as well as the homespun quality signified by my love of cooking and decorating. It's no secret that they've locked it away in a Swiss vault. They're going to start production in the very near future. I've taken time to smell the roses, and in the words of the great Stein Sondheim song, everything's coming up roses.